See, there is some change to the aquarium. I filled up my tank. It took about 4 days to fill up with RO unit, with my RODI. My TDS was at like 3. I don't mind it to be at 3, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I filled up the tank, put up my canopy, put up my equipment, finished my plumbing, put up all the wiring in. That took me about a fucking day to do. It was a headache. I did it. I got it over with. I would love to show you the sump room right now, but I can't make a long video. YouTube only gives me about fucking 15 or 10 minutes, I forget. So I'll do that in another video. I'll go over what I did quickly. What I first did, I filled up my tank. I added salt. And while I was filling up the tank, I was plumbing it. So first I filled up the 200 gallon. As soon as it reached the top, I was done plumbing in the back in the sump room. And then I let it drain into the sump. And then I plumbed the refugium, which took me another fucking day to do. And then that filled, my sump filled up, so I pumped water from my sump to the refugium in the other room over there. And got the system finally running, and everything was good. I checked for leaks, no leaks. I guess I'm good at plumbing if there's no leaks for the first time. Other than that, everything's good. I ran the tank with the dead rock, and I programmed my lights for 8 hours a day. And what I also did is with only my dead rock, I only put there. I programmed my lights for 8 hours a day. My refugium was on for 24/7 because it is a refugium. I wanted to build up more. Life than my aquarium at the beginning, because I want it to be a refugium. I want the lights to always be on, so all my algae would be growing in my refugium, not on my tank. That's one theory. Another thing, I didn't go deep with the sand bed. Show you guys. My sand bed is very thin. I did not go deep in my tank. As you can see, there is dead rock right there in the back, and there is live rock. I added the live rock yesterday. I finished adding the live rock, and I put the live rock in. My tank is doing good. I am dosing with Prime to keep my ammonia levels down. It's too early for any hobbyist, it is too early to add fish right now or add anything. So what I did yesterday is I added a couple of corals and some live rock to biologically start the system up. I see that my corals the corals that I got are doing good. There are two fucking mushrooms right there, and that's a bristleworm, a tube worm. Some corals right there, some corals, small stuff. I just came home with a big shipment of corals that has over 40 corals inside. My friend was parting out his tank, and I got him off him. I got a lot of corals inside. I'm going to put them inside right now. I just got them right now. I just started doing the video 3 minutes ago, and I just literally put this bucket down. And I'm dripping it right now as we speak. So I'm going to put those in, see how things are going. I know it's too early, but my friend forced me to put these in quickly. Oh, there opens the worm right there. It opened up right now. That was fucking quick. It's a tube worm. And it hides every time somebody taps on the glass or something, whatever. I got some Aiptasia right there, which I don't care about. Aiptasia is healthy for the tank if you could control it. And if it doesn't show or bother your tank, or if you at least just control it. I still didn't get the algae bloom. I'm getting it right now as we speak. It's getting starting to come on the dead rock, and there's some algae right there, and stuff like that. These are my lights that I installed. I still got a bit of equipment to install. I got my Radions, which I think is a piece of crap. I might sell them. because I tried them and they're not strong enough, and for what they say they are to be, I don't think they. Let's put it this way: for fucking $800, I'd rather spend it on something good than fucking a Radeon light, just one fucking light, for $800 a piece. So let's put it this way: if I need 4, then that's fucking almost $4,000. These 250 watt LEDs that are from fucking China perform better than that one. I don't care what people say, but all I gotta say is these 250 watt perform better. They're on white right now. This is blue. This is one side blue. It's only one blue out of the 4, and I've been getting tremendous fucking coral growth for the past year that I've been using these lights, as you can see from my previous videos. I uploaded one video after my tank was doing good, and it's been a while since I fucking posted anything, but as I said, I'm going to take this seriously on building my tank, and this is so far what I've done here. I'm going to put the corals. I'm going to do another video probably tomorrow or the day after to show you guys how the corals are doing, if they're healthy, and what is dying and what is not. Let's go this side. See my equipment. I have the MP40s that are doing a wave motion. If you guys could see that wave right there? That's a perfect fucking wave. That took me fucking about an hour just to find the settings on that MP40. I got 2 MP40s, one on the right, one on the left. That's $1,000 right there. I got my fucking Apex controller. My temperature's 74. I'm gonna pump it up a bit right now. It is a basement, and it's fucking hard to keep up with the it's hard to keep up with the heater. I have to upgrade my heater. I still have the, I don't know how many watts, but it was doing good on my previous system, but it's not doing good here because I have 300 gallons now of water. I have a 200 gallon, I have a 90 gallon, and I have a 50 gallon sump. Let's look at my refugium. That's my, let me show you guys my setup. That's my tank right there, and that's my refugium. That's the wall. I got 2 plumbings coming in from there, inlets, and those are my drains from the bottom. I'm running low on water. As you can see, my tank is bubbling right now. Let me turn on some lights. Give me a second. What the fuck happened? Where's the lights? Where'd the lights go? Anyways, this is my RODI unit, which I'm going to do better than this. I'm going to plumb it better. I'm going to turn on the little bit of water. It's my sink, my dirty Micron sock. This is day 1 of fucking, this is what you get for the first day of that dirty stuff that's in your tank. I don't know what the fuck this is. I added some chemicals to clear the water. I don't know what the fuck that is. There's a snail inside. And there's a piece of wire. Show you guys my setup. My skimmer is off right now. I just turned it off because my water is low. My skimmate. Some nasty skimmate. This is my DIY. Turn this on. My DIY fucking Micron sock holder. This is just holding this temporarily because this is the drain for my 90 gallon refugium. That drains down like so, comes down here into my system. Right here, gets plumbed down. That's the exit. And the 2 drains that are coming from my tank is the one right there coming like that. That's the first drain that's held down. I just anchored that in to hold it so it doesn't shake. 2 union fittings, that's one coming from the other side. They both come here past the skimmer and into my Micron sock, which is doing good. That's my UV sterilizer. Gets pumped in, pump out. Pretty simple setup. Pump in and pump out right there. I got 2 pumps. I got a mag, I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's a mag something, and that's another mag something. This, let's put it, this one is for the refugium. Comes up on an elbow, comes all the way, goes to the refugium, and as you can see goes inside. Pretty simple setup. This is my other one. Comes up from here. I tied it with some tuck tape. It's nice and sturdy. Comes in, elbows right there into the wall, comes in. I held it with a clamp. I screwed a clamp, put 2 screws in, screwed it, and held it so it doesn't go anywhere. Goes in, those are my returns. This is my electricity. This is my ballast for my UV sterilizer. Some other nice gizmos. My breakout box. I'm going to hook that up to my auto top-off system. A lot of nice shit. Let me show you guys my refugium. Kind of tight in here, but I manage. That's the outlet right there. Pretty simple. That's my DIY drain, which is adjustable. Some crappy Marineland fucking LEDs. LEDs just to keep it looking good. That's my LG breakout. These are my Chinese lights, which I paid like 400 bucks for. They're worth it. They're definitely worth it. They're good. And they do the trick. They're about 200 watts, about there. Show you guys the crab, my emerald crab. I put them in just to experiment to see how our things are going. As you see, the algae is breaking out on the live rock and even on the tank. That's gonna go away. I shouldn't scrub it, shouldn't touch it, shouldn't do nothing with it. And that's about it. That's my system right there. Let's go back to my tank. As you guys could realize that there is more algae on my refugium than there is in my tank. I don't know if my refugium is working or not, but so far it looks good. It's pretty early to add any corals, but I'm doing it anyways. My water parameters are pretty good. My calcium's pretty good. My magnesium's pretty good. Everything else is good. My alkalinity is good. My temperature's good. So I don't see why I should not add any stuff, corals or whatever. The only thing that could happen is I could have an ammonia spike, and that's because of not much bacteria in the tank. I am going to be helping the bacteria fight the ammonia by adding some prime. I'll reduce the ammonia, and that way I will have more bacteria to fight off a lot of things, and help the tank get set up. My water is not so clear. It's pretty hazy compared to my old tank. It will take time. The coralline algae on these rocks will go through the tank and help the tank establish. That's my back wall, as you guys could see from my previous tank. I did not bleach that. All I did was put it on my balcony, and I put it back into the tank. And it's pretty dirty. My skimmer skimmed out a lot of shit. And this is, let's go over some corals, what I got. That's a pink chalice. Most of them are not doing good. Oh, this was in my previous tank, if you guys could see some videos. This was actually made in my tank, believe it or not. I put this at the time when I started my first 90 gallon. I bought it back from the person that I sold it to. And it was just a speck of a frag, and look how big it got. Look how big it got. It was actually made in my tank. This grew in my tank. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's some sort of chalice or something. But it was made in my tank, and it's growing ever since. And it's been growing on steroids. And it's doing good. Everything is doing good so far. I'm going to put all this shit in my tank right now. Goniopora right there.